Okay. Sluggish spirit. A sluggish spirit is a spiritual lethargy characterized by a lack of spiritual energy, zeal, and enthusiasm, which can lead to a weakened faith and a complacent relationship with God. And to that, we like to say, Kal Halayam La Alahayna wa Yahweh Bashim Mashai Bahasham Makakudash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Mason Well. Shalom unto the brothers that speak in this word to truth and sincerity to all the folk on the earth. And shalom unto the Israelite tribes scattered in the nation. And shalom unto you sisters who's listening and learning and obeying your husband. There's your brother Karatazar back at you with another short lesson from the GMS Prophetic Vibration Camp of Trinidad and Tobago. Alright, so yeah, this is something that was researched, by my beloved brother Ahmad, right, by Ahmad Bayan, right, and he shared this in our group, right. He said that it has come to his mind, it also have been led through the spirit, through the Ruach HaKodesh, to have him to research this, and post it up in the group. All right. So this is what it is here, right? A sluggish spirit. All right. And so let's continue in reading it. It said, it is more than just laziness. It represents an internal condition of indifference, right? Of indifference and a diminished conviction that can manifest as inconsistent prayer. Right? So you see how important it is for you to always meditate upon your Abba Shai. Always have yourself in that spirit. Always watch videos. Always pray before you leave home. Even wherever you are, you pray, because you're always in that spirit. That is why it is very important, to take in different brothers' videos, right? It may have sometimes, you're depending on your work, right? I could say this with me, right? The way how my jobs are, right? Sometimes I just going. You understand? You just going, but you keep yourself in the spirit in watching videos. You might get even chance to watch a full video. Sometimes you just put on a video going down the road, and that fills you up with the spirit. You understand? Also, you find time. Right? Also, you find time, to do your videos, right? Even if it's for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, right? Sometimes you might get a chance to do a video for the day, because time you finish, you're so tired, you're sleepy, you're yawning, but you make sure and you stay in the spirit for the day, and you keep yourself going. Right? Not all the days you may be moving energetic. Some days you might be moving slow, but you're keeping the pace up, you're keeping it steady. All right? But having that sluggish spirit is bad. It's welcoming that sluggish spirit. It is not good. And when I say welcoming it, is that sometimes some may realize that they're starting to slumber. They're starting to get complacent within his spirit, right? They stop doing certain things that they used to do, like when they had the zeal, right? They stop doing certain things, and they just continue in that complacent spirit. If you realize you're going into that kind of lazy spirit, you get yourself out of it. You shake up yourself. You pray. You ask your Abba Shai, to give you, the Rokaku dash, you know, to get yourself up, right? To get yourself up, right? So continuing, Bible study and worship, overcoming it requires renewed commitment, right? Renewed commitment through discipline like prayer, studying, and active engagement in one's faith community. So that's just like what I just now say before I even read on to that, right? Staying in tune with the brother's video, being single-minded, right? On the way down, you listen to a video. If you don't have no car, you buy a headphones, you have a headphones, you know, you listen to a video on the way down while you're traveling, right? You're keeping yourself filled within this, you're keeping yourself filled within the Bukako Dash, right? So let me go down again here. It said, what it is, right? Apathy and loss of zeal, a state where a person has lost their excitement and interest in spiritual matters. And this is very deep here, because we have seen where certain brothers have literally lost his zeal. We see that road. It's not a nice road. It's not a nice road. This is something also to make you fearful as well too. When you see it, you want to sharpen up yourself. You want to straighten up yourself one time, because hey, it's not a nice road, right? Let's go into the internal condition. It said it's an inner state of disinterest that can occur even when outwardly busy or active, right? And there is it. It's all about staying consistent within the spirit. That I say, some days we just be fiery, some days we just be down a little bit, but you keep the consistency going as best as it can. Because once you let that slip in too much, slip in, what going to happen? The whole thing, you understand? The whole thing will end up slipping in, right? That slothful, lazy, nasty spirit could come into your temple, right? And you don't want that to happen at all. So you keep yourself up, you listen to the apostles, listen to your elders that is local also as well. You understand? Right? Because just sometimes too like the distraction of this world, the things that we have to do to make money, right? That itself as well, you know, could be a distraction, because you're studying, you had this to do, at this one to meet at this time frame, to clear up here at this time frame, to do this and that. No, sometimes you have to forget about that. Sometimes you have to, hey, I have my videos to do, I go in and do this, and I have to do this, I must do that today, this must happen, right? That is how strict you have to be with yourself as well, right? Because I am telling you of experience, I just have to do that. I just have to be feeding myself that. You understand? Hey, nah, shit that. Just staying home today and you're getting some videos done today. Right? You're doing what you have to do. And that goes into discipline too. Right? That's why sometimes you have to be hard on yourself. You have to be hard on yourself. I ain't telling you to be a demon on yourself, but you have to be hard. You have to be hard upon yourself to get things done. Importantly for the Lord. Right? So then we go down here. Distinguish from physical laziness. The term doesn't just mean a person is lazy, but rather than they have lost their intense conviction about what once was important to them. Ooh, what was once important to them. And we've seen what happened within this ministry too, with certain men. They lost the interest of what was once important to them. They're going back into the world. And as again, the distractions. They haven't fully believed within the ministry. They haven't fully believed. But hey, been talking 10 minutes now. Let me gain a precept. Alright, this is Proverbs 13:4. The soul of a sluggard desire had nothing, but the soul of a diligent shall be made fat. Right? You can't just be thinking and have a lazy spirit within this ministry. You have to get up and do the work. Even do your work to survive, you have to get up and do it. Or else you will have nothing entirely. You will have nothing entirely, right? But he said, but the diligent shall be made fat. When he said it shall be made fat, in terms of you will gain the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you will have enough. You will have enough. Slakia. You will have enough to take care of yourself, your household, and also charity within the ministry. Right? And yeah. Right, so we got an experience. Alright, yeah, the recording just cut off. I'm low on space right now too, so only like 3 minutes. Alright, so let's get on with it real quick. So this is Proverbs 18:9. He also that is slothful in his work his brother to him that is a great waster. Alright. See, don't be right. You can't afford to be lazy within this ministry, man. Right? Because we're watching this thing spiritual. Right? Proverbs 20:4. The sluggard will not plow by reason of the cold. Therefore shall he beg in harvest and have nothing. Right? That's why it pays to be diligent. It pays to ask the Lord, for wisdom and understanding. Right? That's why I said earlier too, sometimes we do get down within spirit, right? Physical, because we are in the chains of darkness, right, in this body. And due to doing back and forth, you're doing the work for the Lord, you're doing your physical work to survive. These bodies can only handle a certain amount, right? So you have to balance yourself. Sometimes, yes, we get down, right? But you have to balance out yourself. You take some little proper rest when you need to, and you get back on there. Don't have that sluggering spirit get upon you. Right? And to that, hope this lesson was edifying. To that, I'd like to say, double honors unto the apostles and others of greatness and well. Shalom unto the brothers that pushing this works, the truth and the sincerity to all the four corners of the earth. And shalom to Akwatium, who's listening and learning and obeying your husband is your brother Karat. Until next time, shalom.